Yeah, see my peanut butter jelly snack, pull it, ride, busky, painted.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I've been getting quite a few questions on how I take my Instagram photos or my self-portraits, whatever you want to call them. Everyone wants to know how I take them. I get it, it's all a rave these days. So you guessed it, in this week's video I'm taking you guys along with me and showing you just how I do that. First thing I do is I put on an outfit. This is what I'm wearing for today's shoot. Nothing crazy, everything I'm wearing is thrifted. The pants, the top, the underneath. The beanie is actually from Urban, but yeah, just a simple outfit. Little pop of color with smiley socks. Sometimes I like to make my outfit pop, sometimes I like to make it really neutral, sometimes I like to go monochromatic. Whatever you feel like, that's all you gotta do is just be yourself. Second thing is grab your gear. All you need is either your phone or a camera. But you don't need anything fancy. People have been asking me what kind of camera I use, and I use a Canon 5D Mark IV, and I have a Sigma 24mm lens on that. All right, let's go shoot.
That's my boo. Yeah, that's boo. Yeah, bro said don't get too involved. Up in school, I'm about to hit.
Well, hello. Didn't see you there. First thing I do when I get in my car, and this could quite possibly be the biggest part of this whole video, is to play some good music. Lizzo, nothing else will do. In terms of finding a location to shoot at, I always go downtown and I always go into alleys. The reason for this is, first of all, in alleys, there's little to no people. Heading downtown, you'll get like some really cool looking buildings, some really cool looking walls. How I find a specific spot is I tend to just find something that's unique about it. I drive around for like half an hour until I find a spot that I like. I have a couple like established locations that I know that I like shooting at, but most times if I'm trying to find something different, it takes me a while. So just know that if you're doing that, it's not just you. This is what I do all the time. Once I find a spot, I'll just park in the side of the alley and then I'll start shooting. Editing, Connie here. I found this alley that I was pretty content with because I liked the shade on this wall. So I went to my interval timer, hit enable, and I chose 20 photos, 3 seconds at a time. And of course, gotta play Lizzo. I set up my camera on my Joby Gorilla Pod, really cool name, but I like shooting in portrait because I like posting in portrait. So right here I'm taking a few test shots to make sure my settings are right and the lighting is perfect. And then I just start shooting.
I like them just like my coffee. All of these girls go to Starbucks. Yeah. All of these girls up in
always leaning back. I find that I'm most content with shots that I'm leaning back in. I don't know why. These first few here, I was pretty not pleased with. I think just the lighting, I did as much as I could in post, but I wasn't super content with them. It definitely takes a few tries. Yes, I'm doing the jerk. I find that movement in all my photos is what makes me happiest in the end. So you see here that I have to stop and look through the first 20 and see if there's anything I can improve on, and then I fix whatever needs to be fixed and I shoot another 20, and I kind of repeat this process over and over again. Jumping, yeah, those are good ones. But you see here that it takes me a few tries to get the shot right because the photos are going by every 3 seconds, and so it's really hard to line it up perfectly. A pro tip for you is to make sure that your shutter speed is higher, like in the 2000s range, so that way there isn't any blur in your motion shots, like the jumping one. Don't be afraid to try something new and probably weird looking. That's all the fun. Just get creative. Yeah, you can't hear me at all here. I don't know why I tried talking at the camera. I wanted to try some sitting down ones because I usually just do standing up, so there was one. I got back up. Always kicking my legs out, trying something different. 90-degree angle. So I just keep going, repeating the process, try moving, try standing still, try whatever.
She said she met me in college, I knew it, that's true. I'ma be home real soon, let's go get coffee for 2.
I like this one right here. I don't know, I think the black and white's kind of cool. And then repeating the process again by looking over those 20 and see if there's anything I can improve on. This time I brought the camera closer because I think a closer look would be cool. I was really happy with these first few. I feel like they were kind of candid. I was honestly just fixing my hat and then I just went with it, and I like how the photos turned out. I don't usually do very many close-ups, so I was just playing around with it and ended up liking it.
We gon' move, but then again we probably won't, cause I know she like to stay at home. And she probably gonna shoot me dead before the day.
I got a question asking how I managed to have it focus on my face and not my foot. It's just autofocus, that's it. Sometimes it focuses on my foot, other times it focuses on my face. Whatever it does, I'm happy with in the end. There was a car coming and I had to run and move. But because I had to bring the camera closer, I just figured I'd go with it. And I had my phone in my hand and my keys in my other hand. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. I try not to overdo it, so I do like 4 or 5 rounds of the 20 and then go back home and edit it. I was kind of playing around with this shot here and putting my hand over the lens, and I ended up really liking how these turned out. Just a few more. So that's basically it. It's all about getting creative, doing interesting looking poses, and in the end, some may turn out and some may not, and it's all a process, and eventually you get shots you like, and that's just my process. Thanks so much for watching this week's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time with another new video. Bye.